What's good with it? It's your boy Payne back with another one. Alright. Now this was suggested in the comments of one of my last video. Yeah, it was my last video. What if Luffy was immortal? Alright. Now this gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one though. I ain't gonna cap. Hold up. That PS4 trip. But anyway, so we finna start this story off back while Luffy was a kid. But this time it's not gonna be like what Ace and Sabo Luffy kid like with in that time period. It's gonna be with Roger. So this is what's gonna happen, right? Not Ace. Luffy and Roger are gonna be brothers, right? Luffy and Roger gonna be brothers. And so since they being brothers, this what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Luffy and Roger got abandoned by their parents and just like got thrown, like they literally just got like placed in the forest, like, and if they survived, they survived, and if they died, they died. All right. And so, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring it back. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be in Logtown too. It's gonna be in Logtown. So they both is going. Well, they wasn't born in Logtown, but like people say that they were born in Logtown. But yeah, that's what I'm changing. But anyway, they would grow up just like robbing niggas like Ace, Luffy, and Sabo were doing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ace, Luffy, and Sabo were robbing niggas like, bro. Them niggas walked in that bitch, ate like 60 bowls, and then hopped out the fucking window and just kept it moving. Like, what kind of shit? But anyway, they was robbing niggas like they were called the Crook Brothers. Yeah, that's a good name right there. They were called the Crook Brothers. And so they just kept on robbing niggas until one day they both got the absolute shit kicked out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna keep robbing niggas until you just meet that one nigga that just don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they both get the shit kicked out of them, my nigga. Like, when I say the shit, I mean the shit kicked out of them. And so and he beat up Roger the most. And I'm gonna say that Luffy was Roger's older brother, but like they like 1 year apart. They 1 year apart, right? And so what's gonna happen is Luffy's pissed because like Luffy's like he feeling like, oh, so you just gonna beat up my little brother like that? And so this nigga's absolutely pissed. And so he's like, he go in the forest thinking how he's gonna get his revenge, right? And he stumbles and like he gets lost track of time, and like he just gets lost in general, don't know where he at. And hold up. I ain't gonna lie, that cranberry juice be kicking. But anyway, he gets lost, right? And so once he looks up again, because he was thinking on how he could never let that happen and how he was gonna get the revenge on the nigga that beat them the fuck up. So he stumbles upon a fountain, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't any motherfucking fountain. If you were a true anime fan, right, y'all niggas would know the Fountain of Youth. And Luffy's looking at this fountain. He's like, and just something's telling him to drink the shit out of this fountain. You know, drink the shit out of all that fucking juice, that water that's in that cup right there. And so what he does, right? So he goes to it, and then he gets swatted away. Like the trees just smack that nigga across the forest like that. Boom. Just that nigga's gone, bro. But like Luffy ain't die, cause Luffy don't be giving up. So 100 times later, Luffy came back in the forest, seeing Luffy's determination. I'm gonna say there's no like guardian to the Fountain of Youth, but Oh no, I'm gonna also say I'm gonna change the fountain of youth because I think like once you drink it, you'll stay how you look when you drunk it for the rest of your life. But I'm gonna say once you drink it, you'll grow to your prime where you're not weak and you're not too old and you're not too young. You're prime. You're at your peak condition, and that's when you stop. That's when you stop growing. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. But anyway, let's get back to the story. But so like the forest finally realized Luffy's determination and decided to let him drink up all the juice. All right, and in the meantime, like 2 days have passed. Like this nigga Luffy has been gone for like 2 fucking days, and Roger just been looking for that nigga. I'm like, goddamn, where this nigga Luffy at, bro? Damn, did that other nigga get him? And then so after Luffy drinks the fountain, right? I'm gonna say like once he drunk it, he already knew what the fuck the shit was. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how devil fruits, you already know what the ability kind is and what you are. Like and it tells you the name once you eat the devil fruit, or the devil fruit tells you the name. I'm gonna say like I'm gonna say it tells you what it does and how it makes you immortal and it gives you other abilities and shit. But what happens next is let's see what happens next. Oh yeah. I know what happens next. But anyway, so after he drinks the fountain of youth, right, and he don't believe that this nigga is immortal, right? So what I'm gonna say is like, Luffy, he breaks his own arm. It hurt like a bitch, but he broke his own arm, right? He had to test somehow if he was immortal. So he broke his own arm, and that bitch bent right back into place. And like, you know how Bond be having that fast regeneration and shit, like that motherfucker tripping. Can't believe he lost his immortality though. We not gonna speak on that. Alright? But anyway, let's get back to the story. But anyway, they meet back up with Roger, and Luffy tells Roger it's time to get our revenge, right? And Roger's like, alright, bet. Hold up. Like I said, that cranberry juice be kicking. But anyway, they go to get their revenge, right? And so they get to the man, and they start wailing on him like they was on some Naruto and Sasuke teamwork type shit. Like they was beating the shit out of this nigga, right? And so Roger, he was like, hey Luffy, I want to go on a journey, right, and become a pirate. And Roger was like, will you join me as my right hand man, right? And Luffy didn't really want to be the king of the pirates at that time. So, and I don't know how the hell Roger got the straw hat, but I'm gonna just say like, he got the straw hat. All right, I don't know how the fuck that nigga got the straw. They never told us how that nigga Roger got the straw hat. Like that nigga just showed up, you know, with a straw hat to Rayleigh, and then you know how the shit came. But maybe Odo will let us know how Roger got the straw hat. But I don't know. All right. But anyway, so they would train for the next. I'm gonna say they would train for the next 10 years. Since I'm gonna say they were 6 at the time, right? And so like, wilding out. You know, watch that later. But anyway, so they trained for the next 10 years, right? And so like them niggas, they got pretty strong. Like I'm gonna say Roger, he I don't really know how they passed went and how that nigga Roger learned hockey. But I'm gonna say once they sat still, they went around building up their reputation, and you know, and everything was happening, and like, you know, Roger, you know, they was like, you know, beating all them fucking pirates. Like I know you saw that one scene in the anime where it was like all them fucking that big ass fleet, and it was like just Roger shit in the middle, and how the niggas never ran from a fight. Like them niggas never ran from a fight, and they went and they gathered their crew and Rayleigh and all them other niggas, and yeah. And so I'm gonna skip when Luffy too, but I'm gonna skip to Luffy and Roger. They had learned they had learned hockey during their battles. Like they like Luffy and them, like Luffy and Roger, right? Like one time, like I'm gonna say, like they had encountered a very strong enemy, and like Luffy couldn't just like beat him with his immortality. And also Luffy has developed some of his abilities. Like he has like like Fox Steel, where he can steal anything. And also he does use them like them three nunchucks, bro. That shit's badass. But this time, like he can turn that shit into a staff. It's not just like the nunchucks. And also that's like a little knife on the end of it. So like yeah, it's gonna be super. It's gonna be super cold. And also he has this like, I forgot what them things are called. You know how like all the seven deadly sins has their own weapons and shit. And so I'm gonna skip to where Roger, Luffy are fighting. Whitebeard and everything, and everything that happened on that one island with Kaido and them other niggas, and how Shanks is like the rookie, right? And when I tell you Shanks looks up to Luffy, like he looks up to Luffy more than he looks up to Roger. All right, like just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind though. So anyway, let's see. How am I gonna take this story from now? Oh yeah, so they were fighting, and at the end when they was having that little conversation, Roger asked to see Odin so he can read the poneglyphs, right? So they can go to Laptail. But this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. Oh, and also I'm gonna say Kaido and Big Mom, all them niggas are scared of Luffy. Like they scared of Luffy more than they scared of Roger. But they is still scared of Roger though. Like don't get me wrong, Roger is still like a fucking like that nigga is still like that nigga still OP, bro. Like, and keep in mind, Luffy can still eat a devil fruit. So like, don't just think that I'm not finna give this nigga a devil fruit. Like, come on now, what you think? But like, we're not gonna speak on that though. We're not gonna speak on that. But that's gonna be in the future. I'm gonna give that nigga a devil fruit, but like, it's gonna be a surprise. But anyway, let's continue with the story. So he asks for Odin, and he takes Odin and he reads the poneglyphs. And so like they were about to go set sail for the fucking Laugh Tale. But and Buggy ended up getting sick. And so Luffy and Shanks decided to stay to look after Buggy, because they didn't want him to die, and look after him. Like, and I'm doing this. We can't let Luffy know what the fuck is that Laugh Tale. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have like the story to continue. But anyway, so how they got there, and them niggas were laughing their ass off, bro. I really want to know why the niggas were laughing their ass off, bro. Like, but anyway, so they got back, and Roger found out that he got a sickness from the Dr. Crocus, but he ain't tell Luffy. Luffy could have probably did something, but Roger didn't know that. But he ain't tell Luffy. But anyway, so it really plays out the same how Ace was born, and then so before Roger turned himself into the Marines, he told Luffy, he's like, "Hey, Luffy, take care of my son Ace for me, please." And then so bam. Oh, and also Luffy and Roger are known worldwide. So like Roger's known as the Pirate King, and Luffy's known as a what should I name this thing? It have to have Fox in it. It's not gonna be Fox and Luffy. That shit sound weird. It's gonna be, let's see, it's gonna be like shit, nigga. It's gonna be it's gonna be the legend. No, that shit sound weird. That shit sound whack. I'm gonna just call this nigga Luffy the Fox Killer, alright? I don't know why. That just sounds like the best that can come to mind right now. So like, his name is gonna be Fox Killer Luffy. His name is Fox Killer Luffy. But anyway, so we get back and Roger tells Luffy to take care of his son Ace, right? And then so Luffy was there in a cloak, and then Dragon was there and everything, and he turned himself into Garp. He turned himself in, and Luffy was crying that day. He was in a cloak, and then so ever since that day, the Roger Pirates, they broke up, right? And Luffy, he vanished off of the face of the earth. He vanished. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta give it to Ace's mom because like she held that nigga Ace in her stomach for 17 fucking months, my nigga. Like, bro, I don't even think that's humanly fucking possible. Like, that nigga must have been wanting to come out, my nigga. Like, bro, like, damn, alright? But anyway, we're gonna get back to the story. So he vanished off of the face of the earth. And then we're gonna do a time skip to where Luffy is up in that house with the bandits. And Ace comes in, he's like, Uncle Luffy, I caught food. And then Ace is gonna be like, good job. I mean, no, Luffy's gonna be like, good job, Ace. And boom, that's where I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it right there. It's gonna be part 0. I'm gonna get into juicy stuff, later down the line, but that's where I'm gonna end it right there. But hope you like this one. And yeah, boy, finna dip.